Welcome to Ask Your Spirit Guides with Dr. Victoria Shaw, your weekly gateway to divine guidance and soul alignment. Each week, intuitive counselor and spiritual teacher Dr. Victoria Shaw connects with spirit to bring through live channeled messages from your personal guides, offering clarity, healing, and support on your journey. Whether you receive a personal reading or simply tune in, know that every episode delivers a powerful energetic transmission meant just for you. We're live every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific on SoulSearch TV, streaming online on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and our mobile app. Take a deep breath, open your heart, and prepare to receive. This is Ask Your Spirit Guides, and your journey starts now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ask Your Spirit Guides with Dr. Victoria Shaw. My name is Allison, and I am privileged to stand in for Tangela, founder of SoulSearch and SoulSearch TV, where you can watch replays of this and prior episodes, along with Victoria's original series, Living in Alignment. We are so looking forward to another insightful journey this evening with Dr. Shaw, a lifelong intuitive and an amazing spiritual guide and counselor, all combined with her doctorate in psychology from Princeton University. If you've watched or listened each week, you'll have received many messages from your spirit guides as they not only speak to you, but also through others. The wonderful thing about live readings is that very often we hear additional insights in the stories of others. So take a deep breath, shake loose the day, and get ready to receive. Welcome to episode 9, and welcome, Victoria.
Yay, thank you. I'm so excited to do this again. This has been such a fun journey. And hello, everyone out there and in the Zoom room. I hope more of you are popping on. And so I usually start each one with a little bit of a channel message or a little message that came through for everyone today. And then we will get on to the readings. And I'm super excited about what came through today because I think it's a really good topic. And it's one that I don't teach on maybe as much as I should or could. And it's around intuition and emotion. And so, emotional experience is part of the human journey. It's been my understanding that when we're on the other side, the soul side, we don't really have emotions or experience emotions the way that humans do, but emotions are a big part of the human journey. And, years ago when I first started giving readings, something that I would realize with my clients, but probably also internally as well, is that when we are really emotionally stirred up, it is a little bit hard to hear our guidance, right? Because our mind is really active, our stories are really loud, and it can almost be like sometimes I would give readings to people and they would start emoting and telling their story and getting all worked up. And it was like there was a fog around them and I couldn't even get through to get the information. It's not like that so much anymore because I ping higher channels now. But that's kind of what it can be like. Emotion can kind of scramble our signals, especially when we are really wrapped up in it, when we're really repeating a story over and over again that's causing us to react. Eckhart Tolle says emotions are your body's reaction to your thoughts. And I think oftentimes that sums it up very, very well. And, for many of us too, we're simply not comfortable sitting with our emotions. Right. And so emotions can throw us out of our center. Right. And then we don't know how to return. But the other day, I was having a beautiful experience that reminded me of how when we are aligned and when we are present and when we are not in resistance to what we're feeling, when we're just allowing it to be as it is without getting all juiced up about it, without trying to talk ourselves out of it, without trying to talk ourselves into it, just kind of letting it be there, our emotion can be part of that GPS system that tells us, where we want to go and what feels aligned and what the next best steps will be. And so that's what was going on for me yesterday, where I just woke up in kind of a funky mood. And as I was trying to do certain things, these, for whatever reason, were related to all the work projects that I have going on, usually things that I absolutely love and get very excited about, but they weren't feeling very exciting to me. So as I was moving towards, these projects that I had to do, I was becoming increasingly distressed. I was feeling less good. I was feeling just even more funky. And then I got a ping like, well, why don't you go upstairs and organize your closet? So I started to organize my closet. I felt so good, right? It just felt like the perfect thing to do. I got right back into my great mood. And it was just a reminder to me that, emotion, is not something to be escaped. It's not something to be afraid of. It's not something, again, to like really juice up and be like, oh, I'm so angry right now. Let me get myself angrier. Though sometimes that does help the energy move. But really, if we can become very present with our emotions, and if we can allow them to be another part of that guidance system, that intuitive guidance system, they can be really, really, really powerful. And again, my mind could reflect on why certain things I was doing yesterday were feeling less satisfying than others. Okay. But we don't have to figure it out. We don't have to figure it out. Sometimes, the answer will be given to us because it's relevant. And sometimes we don't even need to know. But when we learn to be more present with ourselves, selves and all of the aspects of life that are guiding us, right? Then we can use emotions just like everything else as a powerful guidance system, right? If something doesn't feel good, it just might not be the thing that you're called to do right now. Okay, so that's it. That's the opening thing that the guides wanted me to share with you. And I'm going to take a breath, and then I think I'm ready for our first reading.
That's such good advice. Such good wisdom. Marilee, would you like to join us, please?
Yes. Camera on or?
You could.
Camera on, yeah,
Yeah.
if you'd like.
Oh, there you are. Everything moved around when you put your camera on. Hello, my friend. Okay, what I'm going to do is say a little prayer to set the energy. I'm going to tune into your energy, connect with your guides and your higher self, and then I will put the microphone over to you and you can tell me what you want guidance on, okay?
Okay.
And I tell everyone, so I'm telling this is a blanket statement today before their first reading. And those of you who've been following the show have heard me say this now like 8 other times, but it always bears saying again. The way that I see the gift that I have is I'm going to tap into your higher self, soul, and guides to help you find your answers. Okay. If there's something I know or something I believe, I might chime into because I like to think that I'm wise. But ultimately, right, we all have all the answers within us. And anything in the outside world, including an intuitive reading or anything else that you do, should always be an invitation to tune into yourself, listen to your own intuition, tune into what fits, what resonates, what feels right, and let the rest go. Okay. Because, it's you already have it inside of you. Okay. Beautiful. All right. So I'm going to say my little prayer. I'm going to ask the Ministry of Angels from myself and my client, the beautiful Marilee Vandewater, with your beautiful white light, just playing with your energy a little bit as I open you're very intuitive, as I open my heart to divine unconditional love and ask to connect to my highest self, guides, and angels, and those of my client, Marilee. As to be a clear channel with which to receive and communicate their wisdom, I ask to release any expectations to the outcome of the work that we do together today. And I ask that the outcome of this work serve the highest and greatest good. Amen. I'm just releasing a little bit of energy, creating a little movement around your sacrum and tailbone so that you can come into your body a little bit more. When I tune into your energy, there's this feeling of like running for your life. And I don't really know what that means, but I'm just going to have just a heavy breathing. So I'm just going to help you get present for a minute and then tell me what you'd like guidance on today.
How about if I should stay around this area that I'm living in now, or if it's best to move somewhere?
Okay. And by area, do you mean actual geographical location? Like I'm going to move from Pittsburgh to Philadelphia, or, okay.
Yes.
So not just like move location, like residence or something,
Yes.
but actually move geographical location. Okay. Your guides want me to ask you, and they have very interesting wording on this. What is the proposed purpose, benefit, and gain of this relocation?
I was thinking possibly if I had to maybe try to go to nursing school somewhere else instead of here in California. Maybe.
Okay. again, they want to know, what do you expect to gain by moving? They say that's a very important aspect to help Victoria and us answer the question. What do you expect to gain? Like what's motivating this desire to move? What do you think you can accomplish in California that you can't accomplish? I mean, accomplish somewhere else that you can't accomplish
So
here.
it's more expensive here. I might not get accepted to the nursing school. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. They now want you to ask yourself, is this okay, that's going to be a little too hard to explain. I'm going to say it and then explain it. They want you to help you discern if this is a joy-based decision or a fear-based decision. So when we make fear-based decisions, and neither one is necessarily wrong. It's just going to help you sort things out. When you make a fear-based decision, oftentimes you're moving away from something, you're trying to avoid something. And for you, you don't trust yourself. That's, so you're just trying to game the system because you don't trust what you want. But when we're making fear-based decisions, one of the things that often happens is we lose touch merely with what we want. And so what they want you to do first is really get juiced up about what it is that you desire. Get really excited about, like, what are you looking for? What do you want? And then from that energy, they will help you determine what your next best steps are. Okay. Because you're starting off with your question. And again, it's just because you're ready to hear this. Like, I might answer that question for someone else the way you framed it, but they just won't let you get away with that. They want to empower you. And so to empower you and also, so they want to help you ask this question from this place of what you're excited about, what you want, because that's going to lead to the deeper satisfaction. What's the choice I can make here that's going to be the most sure thing or going to provide me with the least disappointment? That's the wrong question, because that's the one that's going to lead to a much more difficult, uncomfortable road than the one that's like going to be fueled more by joy. And they say too, before I let you answer, if you're following this, they say too that it's not that one path is better than the other. It's just how you navigate the path will impact your experiences in the future. Okay. Does that make sense? So they want you to start off this journey with the right energy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in your dreams, nursing school, is that something you're really excited about?
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
You don't seem very excited about it. You feel like, why are you going to nursing school? Like what?
Feels like a good, stable option, stability and whatnot, I guess.
Okay. So all of the choices are around doing what you think will be a good idea to prevent something bad from happening. Right? Yeah. Stable structure. And there's nothing, again, nothing wrong with wanting stability. But again, they just really want me to poke at you a little bit more because they're showing me, and I want to get this from them, but they're not telling me to stop. They're showing me like, it's almost like she's turned upside down. It's like, I have this beautiful deck of cards right here, right? And you're thinking this is the top when it's the bottom. They want to turn your deck around because that way, whatever you do, you'll be doing it from a place of excitement, from a place of joy, from a place of empowerment, and not what's the easiest road that's going to just like cause me the least trouble and the most stability. Do you have a family history of instability?
Yes. Okay.
So that's the biggest piece. You're just trying to find their thing that you can dig into that's going to give you a little bit of peace and safety. Okay. And that makes a good amount of sense. And they say in terms of nursing, you didn't ask this question, but they're going to tell you anyway, the appeal for you there, if I'm reading you correctly, is that it's a way to make structure out of chaos. Okay. It just feels like that's the kind of job where I can go and I can show up and like, I can do good, and I can be like worthwhile, and it will help you make structure out of chaos. Does that make sense at all? Your face says no, but
I mean, yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that would be the advantage of it. The disadvantage of it in certain things, just to be aware of, is that I think you're kind of done with chaos. So make sure that whatever you do next is like a fun choice, not like a necessity choice, it's not that nursing is wrong for you. It's just that I really want you to go on to your next step with the right energy. Your guides are telling me again, you're extremely intuitive. You're extremely intuitive. And I'm not telling you you're going to do what I do someday. You might, but you don't use it enough because you've just had so much, the word is chaos in your life, just a lot of chaos, a lot of upside downness, a lot of that, and that you haven't totally learned to trust yourself. You haven't totally learned to listen. And you're always kind of looking over your shoulder to make sure that you're safe. And so intuition can sometimes become part of that. And we tend to tune into like, not always the most, they're protective channels, but they're not the most inspiring channels. Okay. Mm-hmm. So they just want you to know, as you move forward in your journey and as you see that, because the next phase in your life, I think is going to be a little bit easier. Particularly about, I know it seems like a long time, but I see like 6, 7, 8 years from now, you're going to be like completely reborn. You're going to just, things are going to be easy. You're going to be in a new structure. You're going to know who you are. And a lot of the people and experiences from the past are just going to be, they're not going to be in your orbit the same way anymore. You're going to be just much more, okay. And you're going to feel much more settled, and you're going to have created a new structure for yourself that feels a lot more stable and a lot more enjoyable. Okay. And they're saying that, as you get to that point, when you get to that point, and they want you to even sometimes visualize yourself on the other side. Do you do that sometimes? Visualize yourself how you want to be, like in a house with your cat, with like whatever it is that you feel like slacking now, that what stability would feel like for you?
Yeah, I try to.
Yeah. And they'd like you to do that more, and not from a sense of like what you didn't have. Because everything that we have in life is actually, you look super young, but everything that we have in life is helping us. It's supporting us. It's part of the grist for the mill of this human journey. And oftentimes early instability is to help us build the structures that really resonate with us, right? So you're going to build the structure that you want to build, as opposed to building on a faulty structure, which you can't do because there's nothing to build on there. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. But you're highly intuitive, so they don't want you to discount that. And they really want you to just recognize that as you become like more comfortable in your skin, more comfortable in your life, this is going to be a big superpower for you. So they want you to continue to use it. They say you've already had experiences in your life when good things happen to you because it was just like like someone came into your life, or a little bird, or like these synchronicities. Like more of those will happen when you just stop trying to figure it all out and just start trying to say like, I can have what I want. Okay. I feel the need and the desire to leave California is more because you just want a fresh start. And it just feels like the energy here is not where you want to build from. You want to just be somewhere new, try something new, like, so you can feel like kind of refreshed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not wrong or bad. It could even be a different region in California. So I wouldn't like throw out the baby with the bathwater. There just might be somewhere else in your state that you always wanted to live. And I do feel that with applying to nursing school, cast a wide net, because you do really well when the universe shows you and less good when you worry about it and you try to figure it out. You're very strategic. You make good choices. You're very solid. You're very responsible. But you're not, and you get stuff done, but there's just this deep unhappiness that I feel that can't be solved by just doing what you have to do. It's like showing up at the job and getting there on time and clocking in and clocking out. But at the end of the shift, you're not happier than you were before. You did what you had to do, right? But it didn't bring you joy, and you deserve a lot of joy. You earned it.
Thank you.
Okay. And it doesn't matter what you do. It's not about that. Again, it's the energy with which you do it and that it excites you. So I can see you going to nursing school, getting excited about that. I do see you doing something a little out of the box. Again, I feel like if you work in a very chaotic environment, you would be amazing at it. So you could do it short term, but it wouldn't be a long-term thing for you, but you'd be amazing because you are like, amazing under pressure. Like, just because again of where you come from, it's like It's like a no-brainer for you.
Yeah.
But after a certain point of experiencing that, I would just invite you to move on. Your intuition, if you worked in a hospital setting, in that kind of setting, your intuition would turn on 1,000%. So that would be really awesome. But I do see you down the line. I see you having a family. So that feels very important. And I totally see that for you, not a problem. But down the line, I do see you doing something that's going to be a little out of the box, more intuitive, more holistic. I think that's a long-term goal. Okay. But what they really want to invite you to do is follow your excitement, follow, what you can envision. Don't dummy yourself down out of fear, and just know that all the things that have come into your life, and they're, the good things, they've just seemed like it's just somebody reaches out to help you, or something random happens. Those things will keep happening to you, right? That's your guides. That's the spirit world supporting you. The more you allow it, the more they'll kick in. And again, they say you've earned it. You've earned it. Now, I mean, not that you have to earn it. We all have it, but in your case, there's like a debt. You know what I mean? Like the balance is off. So bring it in, allow it in. You deserve it. You deserve to feel loved, to feel cared for, to feel supported. And your spirit guide team are here, and they're just like, show us where you want to go, point the way, and we'll carry you there. And they say, if you don't know, sometimes that's okay too. Just ask us and life will guide you. Okay.
Okay.
Is there somewhere you've always wanted to live?
No, I actually was just talking about it with my friend. She's lives in Vegas and she hates it. It's so dry. She can't breathe,
Yeah, I don't see Vegas. It would be okay.
She's spending a month and a half in Spain. And she was like, well, you wouldn't want to live anywhere else. And I was thinking, like, I've never really thought about it. Like, I love California. It's like, it's nice, but it is expensive, and like just trying to,
Yeah. And these are two different things. Keep in mind too, and this is a practical thing, but it's coming from your guides, that California, and to some extent, certain places on the East Coast, like you get a nursing license here, you can go anywhere with it. Like it's kind of a badge of honor. It's not an easy thing to get. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, if you decide that you want to do this and you go, please just go somewhere that you like. Okay. Don't go to like the crappy school in the city with the gray window. Like go somewhere that's like fun and exciting to you, that it's like, and you very much respond to your environment. So really you need to go somewhere that just feels pretty and nice. Like you're very kinesthetic that way. So don't deprive yourself of that anytime, anywhere, like in your daily life. But they say, like, so staying in California, getting that degree doesn't mean you stay in California for everywhere. And, but just pick a city or a town or an area that just feels pleasant for you. Okay. And it's come up 3 times financially. It feels like you might have a better deal studying in California. I don't know if that's because like in-state tuition or something like that, but it's come up 3 times. So that might be another reason to do it. And they say too, like, you just may want to avoid any really big changes when you're taking on this big adventure, which this is going to be, but it's not going to tell you have to be here forever. And you may have a period of time to go to Spain or go other places as well. And interestingly enough, and this is really weird, but the other place that looks like it could be really good for you, it's so bizarre, is Philadelphia.
Really?
I know. I don't know why I would say that. I wouldn't choose Philadelphia over San Diego, but like something in that vicinity might also be like just something, like you never know. But I would apply to a lot of places in different places, if that's doable to you, and then you'll have options. And the nature of the program too. Think with your heart. You think way too much with your fear, but think with your heart. It won't steer you wrong. It never has. Okay. It never has. So if something seems fun or exciting, not like, oh, I should want to live somewhere else. I mean, I moved cross country. I mean, I'm not leaving California anytime soon. It's expensive, but it's awesome. It's a great place to live, but, and you deserve to have whatever you want and be wherever you want. But, like, don't let somebody else's like excitement, like that's her life. Right. Yeah. So you don't have to do that. But if something about it like excites you a little bit, then fold that page over and think, well, maybe I was just thinking of applying in California, but maybe I should look other places too. Or maybe I should, plan somewhere I can take a year off and like study or nurse and do part of my program in another country. So it's about figuring out what piques your interest, what excites you, as opposed to what should I do? Okay. Any other questions, my friend? I hope that was helpful.
Yeah, that's great advice, actually. No, I didn't realize it was a question and answer thing. So I didn't
know what was going to happen.
Yeah, I didn't have another one ready.
Okay. Well, I hope this was a good one and that it landed. And I think there was a lot more in there beyond just your question. And I can't wait to see where you're going to go with it. And, more and more allow yourself to bring in that intuition. Like you are somebody that's really ready to live more from your soul. And it's just your guides. Everyone's right there. And they're just like, we're just waiting for her to say, please. And we will be her guide.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you. And I'm going to just let her energy go. I'm going to thank you for this great opportunity to learn to grow and serve. I'm going to release any attachments may have formed between myself and my client. Living or deceased, I'm also letting go of any expectations I had to how that was supposed to go. Always the hardest part. And I ask that the outcome of this work serve the highest and greatest good. Amen. Thank you, my friend. I'm going to sip some water, and Robin's next.
Robin is next.
Robin, the quantum healer.
Yeah.
How are you, my friend? Good to see you.
It's good to see you too. I love the sunflower behind you. That's great.
Thank you. Thank you.
That has been your sunflower.
That has been my brand logo since I started doing this, and it just hasn't been changed. So thank you.
Yeah, all of a sudden I remembered that. Yeah.
I have people from 10 years ago. Whenever I see a sunflower, I think of you, which is very sweet. But a lot of people have that as their brand logo. Robin, how I'll tune into your energy in a minute, but how can I support you today?
I would say I would just love whatever is going to come through through. I had a crazy little couple days, and so whatever they would like to.
I may need a specific question, but I'm going to tune into your energy and see what wants to come through first. Yes, Mystery Venus for myself and my client, Robin, beautiful white light. Has opened my heart to divine unconditional love and asked to connect to my highest self, guides and angels, and those of my beautiful client, Robin. That's to be a clear channel with which to receive and communicate their wisdom. I asked to release any expectations to the outcome of the work that we do together today, and I asked that the outcome of this work serve the highest and greatest good. All right. So they say to the prominent thing that brought you on this call in the first place, you kind of already have your answer. You kind of already have your answer. You've kind of already felt through it, and you kind of already know what you're going to do. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And so now it's just about getting comfortable with it, because this is my read. My read is that you are somewhere that up until someone recently would allow herself to be swayed by other people's inclinations. Those are the words that are said, are coming through, right? So the example that I think they're giving me is, this is totally bizarre, but you're mowing your lawn, and you're mowing your lawn a certain way, and maybe even when you're mowing your lawn, you might be a little bit in the neighbor's lawn, but you think that they appreciate it. And then one day they come out and they say, how dare you mow your lawn? How dare you mow your lawn at this time in the morning? Put the lawnmower away. It's the wrong kind of lawnmower. And the old you would have been like, oh my God, I did something wrong. And the new you has to recognize a couple of things. And please tell me the conundrum did not involve mowing lawns, because
no.
Damn, because that would make me so good. But I'm gonna forge ahead anyway. So anyway, but so the first thing that you do is what you didn't know, right? And whenever you're acting on just clear intention, good, what's the word? Good intentions.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So that's number one. What you didn't know, and nobody really told you. And so someone else coming after and saying you should have known, BS. How can you know, right? You didn't know until you know. Number two, sometimes a difference of opinion is just that. And just because somebody else wants something different from you, of course, take it under consideration, right? Always take it under consideration. Am I willing to do this? Oh, I never thought of it that way. Would this be nice? Like yada, yada. And again, if that's the case, then you can always compromise. You can always change your tune. You can always do the right thing if it also feels like the right thing to you. Okay. In this situation, it's not that clear cut, right? And so again, you want to tune into yourself. You want to ask what you feel is the right thing here. Also listening to the other person and valuing them. But this particular situation, I feel someone was really kind of bullying you into doing what they thought that you should want to do, doing what they want you to do. And they were a little capricious about it too, because it's sort of like something bothered them and they just were annoyed and they wanted to, it's simply their annoyance. They're the kind of person that thinks if I'm annoyed, then somebody else should suffer.
Yeah.
Right. And that's not true. That's not always true. Lots of things annoy me. And sometimes when something annoys me, my guides are like, but look how much fun they're having. You know what I mean? There's like literally once I was in a meditation and it was I was on a paddleboard in this beautiful like estuary and we were all meditating and all these motorcycles came through. And I was so deep in meditation that I didn't even hear them at first. I just was like, just totally in the zone. And then I started to hear everyone around me complaining. And I kind of came halfway out of the meditation and I was like, oh, should I be annoyed by this? This is maybe not a good thing because I'm meditating in this quiet spot on the river and these people are ruining my peace by, motorcycling and they were loud. And then because I was already in this kind of, more advanced state, right? Because I was very, very, very present. I heard my wisdom and my guides be like, but look how much fun they're having. They're having so much fun. Like they're on this day and they're like this beautiful day and you're on your paddleboard and they're on their motorcycles. This is so exciting. And then I just eased back into my grace. Okay. So I'm letting you know that's possible. Because you would be more likely to do that than this person in this situation. Okay. And just because we rub someone the wrong way doesn't mean we're doing anything wrong. They weren't doing anything wrong. They were out having their magical Sunday and I was out having mine. And fortunately, I was able to regain my center and enjoy their joy along with my own. And, if I hadn't been, that would have been okay too. Right. But it wasn't their fault. They weren't doing anything wrong. And sometimes things upset us and they make us angry because anger is just often a sign that a boundary, something we don't like is going on. Right. And we juice and we feed that emotion. And we've been taught that if I feel angry or I feel upset, someone else must be to blame. And that's what happened to you. And again, they say you weren't. And that your decision on this should be to set a boundary, not to cower. Okay. I hope there's a situation that this is relevant to.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if you don't want to share the specifics.
No, I'll share. There's actually two different ones, but this one, I helped this beautiful young, I helped this beautiful young couple move into my RV in this upper right-hand corner. That's very private. Just so happens this agent developed the property next door that I was trying to buy, but she shysted me out of the deal. Okay, that's okay. I was going to purchase it from her, but she decided to develop it. And she built too close to my property line.
Okay.
And so and even though it's 10 acres, she built really close to my property line so she can see the RV and she can see, I cleared it, but there's still some animal crates and stuff. And so she was complaining and saying that
her choice.
Not selling. Yeah. She made a mistake.
It's the lawnmower, man. I'm better than I thought.
Yeah, she made a mistake by building there. She's like, oh my gosh, I made a huge mistake. I'm like, yes, you did. But now, she's saying that it's not selling because of that. That was there the whole time. That's always been there.
So here's I'm going to stop you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because she's not on the show. So, and she's an identifiable person. So we want to, keep her off because she hasn't agreed to be part of this. So we're going to just focus on you. But the thing for you is, and this is the message on this one, and it's the same thing, is if someone else wants something that's different than what you want, as much as you want to always please and never have anyone be unhappy based on you living your life the way that you want to live it, sometimes it's simply unavoidable. So you can tune in, you can ask yourself if there's anything reasonable I should have known or should have done. The answer is 100% no. And let's be honest, there's a teensy tiny part in you that's kind of happy that this pisses her off because like it wasn't a smooth interchange, and that's okay too. You can just owning it and getting it out there will make you feel better, because otherwise you're the kind of person that's going to feel guilty that you have that little thing in there, and it's just natural. So just let it out, every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's okay. Okay. And now it's gone, but you just needed to get that out. Cause you were feeling not okay with it, and it's fine. It's human. Okay. And then she's got to figure this out. It has nothing to do with you. If you want to be a good neighbor and there's something that you can do it. If it means changing your life to accommodate her, old story, old thing, and just say, I'm really sorry. I don't know what to tell you. This is how I use my property. This is how I've always used my property. I really wish you the best of success with your thing. I'm sure you're going to figure something out. But there's really nothing I'm going to change right now. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Honor her perspective. But again, it's the same thing. You've been mowing your lawn this way forever. And all of a sudden now she doesn't like the weeds or doesn't like the this or that. And it's just not your job to fix it or change it. And, she made some decisions or choices. And again, she could screen it too. She just doesn't want to spend the money.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. And between you and me, that's not the reason it's not selling. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
I didn't think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I felt that same thing.
And it's a problem for you too, because it's a problem for you how she built. Right. So, again,
it absolutely is.
Yeah. And you put up with it and you didn't complain and you didn't yell at her because you're like, that's your right. And it's the same thing with you. And again, you chose to live where you chose to live so that you could live the way that you live. Most people there are like that. If you were living, say, in Rancho Santa Fe, somebody might tell you to put away your animal crates, but you don't. You know what I mean? And so you both made a choice to be right. And people that live there are aware of that choice. Like do you see what I'm saying? It's just not.
Exactly.
Okay. So I hope that helps. You can ask me quickly about the other situation. If it involves people, just change it up a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. So I paid in advance for this room to be built because I knew this lady. She's of high integrity. I love her. She's amazing. But her husband is not really, he hasn't been doing the work. And then he wanted to increase the price after I already put the $10,000 deposit. So I've been very upset. And he promises me that he's going to finish the job, but it's been, an issue, a big issue. It's upsetting for me.
On this one, they say a couple of things. One, please review your contract and see what it says and see if there's a way to cut your losses and move on if you so choose, which you may not. Number two, I think that the reason that he hasn't been more responsive is because I don't think he did his math right in the first place.
I exactly think that.
And so it's kind of not worth it for him to show up. He loses money for what. And so you have to have a conversation, an honest conversation, figure out all your legal rights first. Okay. Because that's going to help where you stand. So like if you have a lawyer friend or something, just figure out what your legal rights are now so that you're really clear on it. Okay. You can fudge them a little, but not a lot. You know what I mean? If a lawyer says, well, we could argue this, that's fine. And then once you're done though, it's not that you're going to take him to court. It's that you're going to sit down and say, okay, I understand this situation. You understand my situation. I went into it with this intention, with this thing. Like, I understand how can we make this right? How can we make this right? And you have your legal in the background. And he knows you have your legal in your background. And then you're willing to say, how can we make this right? And he may say something to you like, I'd like to be out of the deal. Or he may say something to you like, I can't make this work without X, but I'm happy to break even. Or, right? Do you see what I'm saying? And I think that will help. Okay. And it's not that he's very annoyed right now. He's just very annoyed. And it's true that he's annoyed because maybe he perceived that he did you a favor or something because you're friends with it. Like, I don't really know, but he ran the numbers wrong. And I think he just believes that, you know what I mean? Like, it's his right, if he ran the numbers wrong, that you should just fix it and make it okay for him. And you're not okay with that because it doesn't feel right to you. So it's a conversation about how do we make this right, and letting him know that if you ran the numbers wrong and you really can't do it for this price, give me my money back and I'll find someone that can. And you may end up paying more, but at least you'll pay for someone that you can trust.
Thank you.
Okay. Does that make sense? But you need the legal background first.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was kind of, Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Namaste. All right. I think it was the first one that they were talking about, but look, you got a lot of answers. So take care, my friend. Okay.
Thank you so much.
We got 3 more. Yay.
Good. Thank you,
Drinking some
Robin.
water.
And Annabelle, would you like to join us?
Can you hear me and see me?
I can hear you, but not see you.
Okay, let's see if it will.
There we go. There
It
you
looks
go.
like you're
Hi.
coming. You're
I'm
just
laying
very
down.
dark. Where are you?
I'm laying in bed. So it's a long day and I have a disability, so I am lying down.
You take care of you.
I
All
don't
good.
have better light right now. I apologize.
Disability or not disability, you can be how you want to be. How can I be of support to you today?
So today my big question is, do I do the Europe leap or something in between? I mean, I'm always partially in Europe, but is it time to make a greater leap that direction?
Okay, meaning moving there.
Meaning having a more primary base there than here.
Okay. And is that more business-wise or home-wise? Because I'm going to say my prayer in a minute, but they have different answers. Business-wise looks like a really strong yes.
Okay. I have a bit of a home there and I could spend more time there. So they're integrated. They're very tightly intertwined.
So let me tune into your energy and we'll see where it wants to go. So your Annabelle is your name?
Yep.
Okay, because it just doesn't say that in the Zoom. Okay, I'm going to ask them to be interested for myself and my client. Annabelle, with your beautiful white light, is open my heart to divine unconditional love and ask to connect to my highest self, guides, and angels. You're so sick of the US. And those are my client, Annabelle. As to be a clear channel with which to receive and communicate their wisdom. I ask to release any expectations I have towards the outcome of the work that we do together today. And I ask that the outcome of this work serve the highest and greatest good. Amen. Yeah, so your guides say, business-wise, to move to Europe, you may have a lot of success because it feels like what you do is kind of commonplace here, but it's kind of like new and excited and innovative there. And so it just feels like there's a lot more, there may be a lot more opportunities to expand into that arena. Now, personally, it feels like although I do feel you have a lot of complaints about this country that you live in right now, there is a sense of like comfort and familiarity, and like just like you're in your like little soft bed right now. Like sometimes you're the kind of person it's easier not to move and not to like bother yourself than to like take a big leap. Okay. And so from that perspective, it's like, I don't think you're ready to give this up as your home base yet. It just feels too radical. Okay. So I think what I would do is start, if this is possible, start, they're showing me cycles. So like, say it's a month cycle or say it's a 3-month cycle, but they're showing me 1 and 3 here and then build up to 2 and 3 there. Okay. So for every cycle, 2/3 there, 1/3 here. And that will kind of get the energy moving for you and get you a little more comfortable. I do think there's a strong potential that you may settle overseas for a while. I think that I see just a lot of, it's career driven, but like other things will flow from there. But I just feel like a lot of movement. I think that you feel like more comfortable, more confident, and there's just like a lot of opportunities wherever you are abroad. but it just feels like you're not totally ready to let go of the home base yet. That feels really scary. So what they say is, if this is makes practical sense, like in cycles of 3, 1 here, 2 there. Okay. So it could be month, it could be 3 months. I'm not very good with math, but like that's the ratio. Does that make sense? I just feel it'll be very good for you, and just everything there feels like it just flows better.
Yeah.
Okay. And lots of opportunities. I see lots and lots of opportunities. Whatever you do here, they want more of it there.
Interesting.
And it's a novelty. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. That was easy.
Mm-hmm.
Did that land? Any follow-up questions, or is that good?
In which of my careers?
That I don't know, because I don't know what you do, but there's definitely something
Okay.
there that there's opportunities, and it's something that you've already, well, for one thing, I don't think it's an either or. And for another, there's already some established things there, but you might go with like one established thing that you've already kind of are doing there. But other things might be what ends up taking over. Does that make sense? So you might start with one thing. It's like, you know what I mean? You're an actor, and but you're also a great waitress, and you know what I mean? The best restaurant in Paris invites you to, be head of the dining room, and it's a Michelin star restaurant, and it's a great opportunity, and you're going, and then you might get the role of your life.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So it's not an either or. And they say you really don't have to figure it out. You already have the infrastructure in place there to make that part of your routine. And they say you don't have to go all at once. You could start with two here and 1 there, but just work up to the 2/3 there. And then you'll, by the time you've done that for a while, you'll know very clearly if you want to pull up roots completely, or I do feel you'll be lessening your base here, but you'll have a better sense. Okay.
Okay.
Like that'll be the goal, because like from there, you'll have a better vantage point of what you want to do.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Beautiful. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Gonna let go of her energy. Gonna thank her for going to serve. Gonna release
Thanks,
any
Annabelle.
attachments.
Yes.
Going to release any expectations, excuse me, and ask that the outcome of this work serve the highest and greatest good. Amen. All right.
All right. Nikita, would you like to join us, please?
Hello.
Hello.
I love your name.
Oh, thank you very much.
I love how it's spelled. I don't know. It's just so cute. Okay. I'm going to say a prayer, and I'm going to tune into your name because then I get to say it. And then I will turn over the microphone to you and ask you what you want guidance on today. And those of you guys who came on late missed my little spiel. So I'm going to say it again. That, when you're getting an intuitive reading, the most important thing is I don't have your answers. Your guides don't have your answers. Seriously, your guides do not have your answers. You're the one on the ground, and you have your answers. But what your guides can do, and what a good intuitive reading can do, and what anything in the world can do, is help you discover your answers inside. Because a lot of times we're used to listening to all the wrong things, the mind, the fear, the whatever. And so, but when we hear the right thing, it lands, it resonates, we know it feels right. So I invite you all to tune into that. Every once in a while, something doesn't feel right away, but we fold the page over and we get curious, and then more answers will come and we'll make a shift. But again, just remember that, it's not because it came out of my lips that you should do something. It will feel resonate with you. You'll be like, right. And I think we've witnessed a little bit of that today, but I always wanted to say that again. All right. I'm going to say my little prayer. I'm going to ask the ministry of angels around myself and my client, Nikita, Reina, with your beautiful white light, as I open my heart to divine unconditional love and ask to connect to my highest self, guides, and angels, and those my client Nikita, to be a clear channel with which to receive and communicate their wisdom. I ask to let go of any expectations I may have towards the outcome of the work that we do together today, and I ask that the outcome of this work serve the highest and greatest good. Amen. When I tune into your energy, and I'm seeing like this bright red too, which you are a very ambitious person.
Yep.
Like, I mean, you have big plans for you, and you're kind of no holds barred. And I think sometimes you may get a little impatient because you can't make things happen fast enough. And you probably sometimes exhaust yourself, like trying to make boulders move when they're, you got to wait a little bit until like the landscape shifts or whatever. But you have that strong, powerful, driven nature, and your guides say it really does serve you well. So don't be afraid of it. Don't lose it. But what you're learning to do is use it in service of your intuition, in service, like a little more divine timing, because like literally, like you could plow through anything, and you do, but like sometimes you plowed through an obstacle and you're on the other side and you're like, what did I do that for?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And so you're going to learn to like take that power that you have and use it in service of like just listening more deeply and not doing things just for the sake of doing them, but doing things because you really want to and they excite you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Makes
Did that
sense.
answer everything, or do you have a more specific question?
I do have a specific question.
Go for it.
I have this beautiful opportunity with a retreat home to I really have a lot of creative freedom to turn it into whatever I want. And there's two options. One of them, making it a retreat house where I fill it, like I get facilitators in to rent it out as retreats. And the other one is this really big dream I have of having it as like a growth house where women come in for a high ticket, like a higher ticket, but it's a 1 to 3 month thing. And it's more integrative. So like they get to come and immerse themselves in community. And that's my big dream. But there's other factors, and I don't want to explain
I'm going to use my left brain a little bit now too, but I think that they're lined up because I actually own a retreat property. So I have some knowledge. But I think I get this from your guides as well. The first thing they say is don't give up on your dream, because that really speaks to you. And I think that you're still developing your offerings. I think you're still learning, getting out there, like figuring out what it's going to look like. And though I think you could do it tomorrow, I don't think you're like ready to execute at the level that you really want to be at.
Yeah.
And I think you just need a little more experience, a little bit more like playfulness, a little bit more, but don't give up on the dream, because it's a good one and it will happen for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So what they're saying until that time, if it's resonant with you, is probably a little bit of both. And the both has a couple options. One, each time someone does a retreat at your place, especially if you can be involved in some way or even just know what they're doing or coordinate for them or however, you're going to it's almost like a creative workshop where you're going to get so many ideas and see how different people do things and learn things and kind of grow your presence. Okay. Number two, you're going to have some of your own offerings. And so like people want to come back to the space that you've created and they'll want to do your things.
Yeah.
Okay. So make sure that you have that presence. And I'm folding this page over because I'm not doing any of these things. And I have the same business. But that's what they're saying for you. So, and you're going to be way more hands-on on the people doing retreats. I see that, like, because you're really good with organization and you're really good with planning, and like, so you can offer services to those. Some people will come in one and done, but other people can be kind of a hybrid where you're going to help them do their thing. And they couldn't do it otherwise because they don't have your know-how. Okay. And I charge for that. But, and so I feel that that'll be the way. The other thing that they say that you really need to do in the work that you do, if it's like coaching or counseling or like whatever, or mentoring or whatever, is keep learning, keep growing, keep seeing clients, keep building that part of your business, because then they're going to go kind of together like that. But it's very, very, very doable. They say, don't give up your dream of the high ticket item. It's just that right now, what you're feeling is, I have to get all the way up there and I'm here.
Yeah.
And that's okay. You're going to get there, but you don't have to power it. You don't have to power it. Like, let it happen organically, because it's going to be a lot more satisfying and you're going to learn a lot on the journey and grow a lot on the journey. And I'm going to stop talking in a minute and let you share, but it feels like it's also going to be like less to bite off all at once.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely resonates. I mean, I'm hosting a facilitator intensive for the facilitators at the end of the month, and that's how I'm like kicking this retreat space off. And it's like some blocks and communicating what it is and getting people to fill it. And so I think more importantly, like for my own alignment, the question is like, what is my offering. I've worked for high ticket coaches and sales, and now I have this retreat home. It's like family that I get to step into this opportunity. But I've been craving my own, like, what is my next devotion or my healing offer, or my teaching? And I think I go in loops sometimes of like, I want to make the money to be able to invest in the mentorship, but then it just feels like I can't get there quick enough. There's definitely the impatience, which is like hilarious that I'm wearing this bright red bowl shirt today, because this is the conversation that's happening about being patient. So yeah, my question is around like any money blocks, or like what is the next thing I need to step into to offer people?
Okay. So we're going to let go of the money blocks. Is the property that you're having, do you have that free and clear?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, is it a family property? Is it something that you're able to manage? Or is it something
chosen family's property? So we share the last name Simzak. I've known him for a year. He invested in this property. His daughter has renovated it for the past 2 years, and we're best friends. So she brought me on, and so I live on the property and also get like a salaried monthly thing to get it up and running and get it profitable. And so there's a little imbalance between like me building out my brand and making sure that like I couldn't live off of the salary that I'm getting for this, even though it's a big blessing. I couldn't live off of that forever. So I'm a little bit enmeshed right now, where it's like, do I just solely focus on like getting this retreat home filled, or do I execute on this dream of me filling it?
It's both. It's both. And I do feel, again, by getting it filled, you're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to be able to, and it just feels like the way it's structured, you live there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to be able to participate in a lot of things. You're going to be a gatekeeper too, because I think I actually met Mark. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. He said this is what it was. And he was like, I adore her. So
that's awesome. All right. We're going to have to reconnect, because I just met him for like a hot minute, but oh, that's sweet. But what I feel is they're discriminating. Like I have a retreat property, and I mean, but like he's very intentional about who he wants on the property, which is really cool for you, because there's people you're going to say no to. Like everything has to be kind of exciting for everybody to make it happen. So I think that's like the first thing. I would keep doing that, and everything's learning. So you're learning. The other thing that I see you doing is helping people organize things, because I feel that you're very good at that. And
I'm not.
You don't feel well, then maybe you're going to learn to be good at
organizing the internal systems.
Like it's huge.
Yeah. Like internal thoughts. Like I can see where someone's out of integrity with their truth. It's more like an emotional organization. And so I'm like, I don't know.
That's a great gift
into a business.
But I was saying, even with the daily plan, like you can help people with their, so again, what I get is learn. This is your long-time goal. I think that when you have that goal, if you are still at this space, still doing this work, they will be resonant with it. And you can even do, I do think you should do some of your things now. Just like that other person, the 2/3, 1/3, it's not quite that proportion, unfortunately, yet, but there's 12 months in a year. So there's a lot of time. So I feel that you should do some of your own things as well, play around, figure it out. But really bring in people so that you can see what they do, the energy of the space, you'll learn. So that's piece one. And then piece two is like trainings, things that speak to you. You're still filling into yourself. And I know you want it all to happen at once. But being a spiritual teacher or a leader or a coach, like we learn and grow by experience. Part of that's just doing it and, living it, not by figuring it out. Okay. So years ago, when I first started doing this work, and, I had to have like an elevator speech, and I wanted to explain everything that I was going to do and everything. And, I came up with something simple. I combine the best of traditional psychotherapy with intuitive guidance. Done, that covered it. Right. Because like, what I do is so much more, but I had to do it to like learn it. And I continue to learn. I continue to grow. And you are very much at the beginning of this journey. So stop trying to figure out who you are and how to market yourself. and start just trying to commit to learning and growing and being your own authentic self, and then leading that and serving from there. And I do think there's going to be opportunities. I think you're going to learn both from the people that come through, what you like, what you don't like, what resonates with you, what blows your mind, what transforms you. And you may just assist at all the retreats as like an add-on that's required. Or I have no idea how the business is structured, but you can say like, whatever, or the ones you want to, so that you're involved and you learn, you're going to grow tremendously. And then I also get that, there's more coaching, training, like it's more about learning by doing but there's different modalities and things that you're going to continue to learn from. And again, it's making it your own is really important. And Nikita, I would say too, that last little bit, like I think the inner alchemy, or whatever you just called it, what did you call it? Inner organization. Like, I think you're onto something. So I'd play with it. So I'd do some automatic writing around it. So I'd journal on it, like whatever, go for a hike with it, whatever your way to get into the flow is, and feel into it and get excited. But it's not for you to use your left brain, like push, I have to create, I have to get to the top of the class, I have to have the best essay and get my A+. That's not the right energy for this. That will get you an A+ paper, but it won't align with your soul. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I taught for many years. I was a student for many years, many, many, many years. And like you, I like to get my A's. And but I recently taught a graduate level class in spiritual coaching. And now returning to teaching graduate school after a 30-some year hiatus and a totally new mindset about everything. And I've been teaching about this a while, but now I'm actually the teacher again, like the I have to give you a grade and credit kind of teacher again. What I realized is it's a silly, broken system, because the education is all about as if the teacher has the answers for you, right? And you have to figure out what those answers are, usually what you think the teacher's going to like, so you can get your A. Okay, time to let that go.
Yeah.
Let it go. I told my students, right? As I'm telling you, as I told you again, as I was prompted to say again before you're reading, you have the answers within you. Okay. And your answers, your magic, your approach, your perspective, your uniqueness is the single most important gift that you can give to this planet. It is the only thing that matters. Okay. And to find that again, it's not about thinking or pleasing or figuring. It's about softening, being into yourself, seeing what excites you. And I just really think being on this journey.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay. I can't wait to see where you're going to go. It's so exciting. And since this is my show, I'm also going to give a shameless plug right now, but it's not my thing. But you may also want to check out, there's a huge event going on in San Diego, the 4th and 5th of October, Women's Wellness Retreat Summit. So I really think you guys should be there, because it's a place to share about the property. But it would also be a great and networking with retreat leaders. But I think it would also be really very empowering for you to just learn more about retreats.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know my name and my website and stuff you can find, but DM me again. I do have an affiliate, whatever, but I just told her I was giving it up. So I get nothing for telling you to come, but it's going to be amazing. And I just feel like it would be like kind of just right along the lines of like, I think it'd be good for both you and for the business, because it's a retreat and you'll learn a lot.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Thank you.
No accidents. Namaste. Letting your beautiful energy. Oh, I hope our paths cross again. You're just delightful. Okay. So I'm just going to let her go and thank her, releasing. Okay. That was pretty easy. And then our last person, right, is Joyce.
Yeah. Hi. My apologies for being very fashionably late.
You're here now. It's all good.
Can
you put your camera on? Do you mind?
Oops, sorry. Let me.
It's okay. It's just nice to see a face.
Oh no, hold on.
It's a TV show, so it's nice for the viewers too.
Chart. Oh, sugar. Start my video. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Hi there.
Okay,
yeah,
my apologies. Okay, so and I'm just like holding up my phone here. So
I love how it is because you're there and then you're in the background. I mean, that's awesome. Okay. How can I support you today, Joyce?
So I don't know how to say, and I haven't watched your other shows, so I feel a little duh. But I'm kind of on a big grief journey. With the loss of my son, and like 8 months right now. So I'm kind of at a rebuilding everything. And so it's kind of job ending, need to move. And also I've been, trying to log. I mean, I've been seeing like a lot of angel numbers, like 111, 1111.
Can I stop
12,
you now?
12. Please.
His stuff is wanting to come through. You're doing fine. It's just that stuff is wanting to come through. So I'm going to stop the energy, and then you can offer me clarification whenever you need it. So I don't want to talk over you, though. I'm known for it, but just interrupt me at any time.
Okay.
Ask the ministry of angels for myself and my client, Joyce, with the beautiful white light. You need a lot of that. So we're going to take a couple seconds so you can bring it in. Lots of white light. You just really need to feel that support of the universe right now, because I know you haven't been feeling it so much. As I open my heart to divine unconditional love and ask to connect to my highest self, guides, and angels, and those of my client Joyce, to be a clear channel with which to receive and communicate their wisdom. I ask to release any expectations I have towards the outcome of the work that we do together today. And I ask that the outcome of this work serve the highest and greatest good. Amen. All right. Letting that go. So as I tune into your energy again, you're just really needing a hug from the angels, from the guides, from the universe, because this has been a really rough time. And I know that it feels sort of like you're kind of half stuck in quicksand. But the thing is, they want you to know you're not really sinking. You're not really sinking. There's some things that are going down in the quicksand, and it's hard to watch them leave. But they say you got like maybe an ankle, like one ankle on one side. It's one heel rather on one side and up to the ankle on the other side. So you're not going down. It's just a little bit gumpy. Okay. And so part of this is just letting the storm pass. You just got to let the storm pass. It's a lot. It will, and everything is beneficial for you. Everything is beneficial. Like a good storm comes in. We don't think that way because human beings like their houses and their structures and their everything's, but sometimes a good storm comes through. It clears the air, it clears the pollution. It, like, if a couple of trees come down, or an old, like something that was ready to go, right? It's what fosters new growth. Okay. And that's what's happening for you right now, is it's going to help you foster new growth. You don't have to like it. It doesn't have to like change your grief trajectory. You can be angry sometimes. You can shake your rattle at the sky. And I think you already know this, but like a lot of this is for your benefit. And the other side, when this is over, it's going to help you open your heart to more of the things that you want in your life, and more of that feeling loved and supported, because you really need that. Do you have a partner? Because it looks like you do not. A romantic partner. And that's something that I see is coming for you when you get through this storm. You really are longing to feel emotionally supported. I don't think it's something you've had before. And your son, who is here, he looks a bit older. He's not super young, correct? He wasn't super young. I'm sorry. Is it okay?
No, he was 16 for like 5.5 days.
Yeah. So he wants you to know, number one, he wants you to know he's totally fine. He's totally at peace. I think you probably talked to him already before. He wants you to know that it's not your fault, that you didn't do anything wrong, that you were an amazing mother, and he's just really deeply sorry that he hurt you. Okay. He says, from where he is now, that situation, I don't know if it was a choice, or there were some choices involved, but he wants you to know he's totally at peace. He's totally okay. He just regrets the problems that he left behind. And what he wants you to know is he's totally in your court. He's totally in your side. He loves you. And he just wants to support you in being happy. Like, he can see that now. And all he wants to do, he's telling me, is like, all he wants to do is just make you smile. Okay. And he says, that's the best that you remember me, is all those times when I just wanted to make you smile. And he said, from the other side, I can do that. He says he doesn't want you to worry about him. He doesn't want you to like try to take care of him. He doesn't want you to think that you did anything wrong. He just wants you to know now he's out of it. He's out of his pain. He's out of his suffering. He's out of his grief. He's out of his body. He has zero regrets. It feels like this was the best choice for him in the context of everything. He's so sorry about how it impacts you. And he's here to help you clean up the mess and just be with you and love you and cheer you. Because he says that there were so many times in my life where I was like the little smiling, cute thing that brought you joy. And he's like, I can do that so much better from the other side, Mom. And I love you. And he's right around you right now. He's like hugging you. So he has like, he's behind you and he's got his arms around you. Okay. He's got you. Okay. But he says you have to forgive yourself. Okay. So I don't know what you think that you did wrong, but he's like, you are a great mom. This has nothing to do with you. It's not your fault. I just made a series of choices. They were the ones that were very likely for me to make. And it has nothing to do with you. You did nothing wrong. And I'm just sorry I hurt you. But this was just how it has to be. Okay. And now I'm your best friend on the other side. Okay. And I'm here to help you through your grief. Like I'm not going anywhere. Okay. And he does say that you deserve like a champion. He's telling me, my mom has worked so hard and she's put everyone's needs ahead of herself. And she's been so like thankless, but like everyone else is like, I can't describe it. Like, you're just so tired. You're so tired of having to like stay afloat. And he's just like, I know that in some ways it's, I'm going to say it. So I hope it's okay to say it out loud. He's like, I was really hard for you. It was a lot of work. And like, I know that your heart is broken, that I'm gone and that but it's okay to also just be like, you can breathe a little bit more now. Okay. It's like, it's freeing you up for some ease in your life. And it's not that you wished me any harm. Okay. He knows how much you loved him. There was never a moment of time when he didn't know how much you loved him. Okay. Wasn't. That was just never on the table. He said, never on the table. You believed in me. You were my greatest champion. And I sometimes let you down. I sometimes didn't live up to your expectations. He said, that was all on me. You believed in me. Okay. And just sometimes I was just a little wise ass. Okay. But he's really at peace. He's really okay. He loves you. And he just wants you to know, like, moving forward, it's time to take care of yourself. And he wants to, and he's just going to watch you and wink, and he'll always be around you, cheering you up. Like, he's like your little, he's just like your little comedian and your little smile, and he just loves you. Okay. Does this all land?
Very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I feel very shortly there'll be inroads to doing what you want to do, but look at this as a slate clearing. So if you've ever wanted to live somewhere else or go, now is the time. Just follow it, follow it, follow it, follow it. Do what you want to do. Okay. More opportunities will come, but they're going to come more if you do what you want to do than if you're the ever suffering mom. Enough of that. You've carried too many people. You've done too much for other people, even in your job and everything. It's time to give to yourself. And that's what your son wants for you. Okay.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Are there any other questions? I mean, that was a lot.
I don't want to hog up time. And I appreciate your message.
Okay.
Thank you.
And he wants you to know, we got to stop. You're right. And I got to eat, but he wants you to know too. And your guys want you to know it is going to get easier. It's not going to get harder. This was the hardest part. It's only going to get easier from now. I mean, the grief is the grief, but there's no more shoes. All the shoes have dropped. It's just going to get easier. Okay?
Does he say anything about shoes? I'm sorry. He keeps bringing up shoes to someone else.
I don't get it. I just got that
no,
expression.
Just the shoes. Okay, thank you. I just don't get the shoes. He said it before. So
I don't know. He's showing me like a favorite pair and they look like loafers, but I don't know what that means.
Thank you.
But but your guys just want you to know, like, this was the big challenge. This is it. It's not gonna get any worse. Okay. It's just gonna get better. Okay. But my heart goes out to you. I know it's a lot, and he loves you very much. And again, he just wants you to know he's sorry because he knows it's hard. Thank you. All right. I'm going to let her beautiful energy go. All right. And thank you to everyone today. I get to go make my dinner.
Have a good dinner.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay.
Everyone. Thank you, Victoria.
You're very welcome.
And another amazing session.
Thank you.
So we're happy to see everybody here tonight, and we look forward to seeing everybody back next week for episode 10.
Oh my gosh, this has been like lightning. All right.
Thank you so much.
Namaste and thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Welcome to Ask Your Spirit Guides with Dr. Victoria Shaw, your weekly gateway to divine guidance and soul alignment. Each week, intuitive counselor and spiritual teacher Dr. Victoria Shaw connects with spirit to bring through live channeled messages from your personal guides, offering clarity, healing, and support on your journey. Whether you receive a personal reading or simply tune in, know that every episode delivers a powerful energetic transmission meant just for you. We're live every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific on SoulSearch TV, streaming online on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and our mobile app. Take a deep breath, open your heart, and prepare to receive. This is Ask Your Spirit Guides, and your journey starts now.